Welcome to Thelma FM Life Story Podcast. In this episode, we revisit James Yorkston and his memories of growing up in the Portobello area in the 1940s and 50s. Sadly, James is no longer with us, but what comes across is just how much he enjoyed life when he was here. He makes it all sound like great fun. Hearing the air raid sirens and watching the lights from his window as the planes tried to bomb the Forth Bridge and the power station without success. He had the freedom of the beach and the outdoor pool, the most modern pool in Britain at the time, which had waves, a raft and a 36-foot diving board. He had lots of friends and a large family around him. It was a time when everyone knew each other and there was a real sense of community. And then he joined the Navy and he got paid to see the world. As James says, it was the best time of his life.
Because you were born in 1934, weren't you, James?
I'll be there now. 3 minutes past midnight.
3 minutes past midnight?
On the 12th
12th
of November.
So what I was going to ask you, now I wouldn't expect you to remember the start of the Second World War, but do you remember the end of it?
45?
Yeah.
Aye. Started 39, 40.
but you wouldn't remember it being declared, would you? Because you'd only be 5, wouldn't you?
Can't remember it being declared, but I remember my uncle Bunty and that all going to the army. Won't get signed on. After the war was easier, but during the war, I mean, remember the air raids and all that sort of thing.
Do you?
Aye, they tried to get Portobello power station. Get that in the Forth Bridge. They tried to bomb these two places. Now the power station was just like me looking at the window of that building. Power station was there, the main pool was there. Rosemary, power station, railway, swimming pool, outdoor one. One of the most modern outdoor pool in Britain it was at one time. Artificial waves, a raft and everything in it. 36 feet dive.
And that remained open all through the war, did it?
I can't remember it being closed, really. I can't remember it being closed because we still were able to go swimming similar. I can't miss my swimming. No, I didn't miss that. I mean, the pool, we didn't go to the pool. It cost money to get in front of us.
Yeah.
Just run past it there. Yeah. But the pool had the raft in the middle.
Right.
And it had the imitation waves and all that. It was a brilliant pool.
Yeah.
When it was built, I mean, it was the most modern pool in Britain at one time. Had everything. I loved swimming. Then Hunter had the ponies. Had the ponies for the beach for summer. We never stopped for doing things.
So, do you remember the rationing during the war?
Aye, when you 2 ounces of sweeties.
Ooh. That's a bit harsh.
That's what you 2 ounces a week. So, you got 2 ounces of sweeties. I was on that bloody bear and it didn't make much difference to me. Though. To be honest with you, it didn't feel like a war. No, really. We sat at night watching the planes start flying out and that, but there was... we weren't bombed, no. Unfortunately, or fortunately, now you look at it, well, they tried to get the Forth Bridge, that's the thing they went for, and the Portobello power station, but they never go near them. Yeah. Bloody hell, horrible pilots couldn't fly a bloody kite, never mind the aeroplane.
There must have been searchlights then in Portobello.
Oh, aye, they were on top of it. They were on top of the bloody power station.
Were they?
Aye, yeah, no, the coat, we called the coat with the backyard. It was a big grassy land, but we called it the coat. That's where we used to play football and everything. The other thing goes outside when the air raid warnings went off.
Oh, aye.
You thought the thing was going to happen, but...
Did you have a shelter in the back green?
Yeah, staying. We used to use it as a sliding or something like a ski slope. Oh, well, it was... I'm sure one of the planes came down in Joppy. Musselburgh side.
Really?
Aye. A German bomber, Henkel or something. Yeah. Came down in the waters. I mean, I was flying out. Christ, we used to just sit and watch them through the window. Your anyway shout, come on, get down there, come on, get down here, you lot, get down here, get down there. Aye. They weren't even, they were trying to get the power station, but the hell on the bombers. Couldn't find the way here. We were lucky, really. That never.
Most of them were going over to Clydebank, weren't they? I think that's where they were flying.
That was
up.
where the Clyde, that was a big shipping, that was a shipping place. But the bridge was a big thing they tried to get rid of, you see.
Yeah.
That was all.
And you remember your uncles coming back from on leave?
Uncle Bunty and that. Aye, my Uncle Bunty. Well, my dad, as I say, my dad died when I was a bairn. So my Uncle Bunty, my Uncle Jimmy, my granda, Bob Walker, my stepfather.
Mm. He didn't go off to war though, did he, your stepfather?
He was in the army, aye.
Oh, he was, right, Second World War.
Aye.
Oh, right.
Aye, he was in the army. I think that's how my mum met him, at the dancing town hall, Portobello.
Yeah. But do you remember, were there any celebrations when it was the end of the war? Did you have a party or anything?
Oh, there was street parties and that, aye. Well, there was nothing. The only excitement during the war to us was when the planes heard the noise of the planes was flying around, right? Searchlights going up, bombs dropping here and there, but literally speaking, we didn't ken there was a war on, really. No to an extent. We weren't bombed enough. As I say, being a bairn, it was more or less a novelty to us in a war. Didn't feel like a war because we had a camp at the back green. There was some minor prisoners and that kept there for kind of that. And there was when the plane crashed in Portobello, it crashed at the beach and all that. Yeah. There was we had this big cow we seen. It was, and then when the Woods Park football club that we used for captive stay, they were put there till they were transferred to the Stockton prison and all that, but they weren't there long. To me, the war was, it was read me more about the paper than you seen it. I mean, that's what it was like.
Just part of your childhood.
Yeah, it was just the lights went on, the lights went out, the searchlights went on, and you used to start watching them in the window, flying out. Get down here, get out that window! There wasn't after anything. In Portobello, the only thing we had in Portobello was the power station electricity, but they weren't good enough to get past those fires. Pilots were top notch.
Was it you that was telling me when I first met you that there was it might have been on the Calp, there were a lot of old army trucks?
I don't know when the war finished.
Yeah.
Aye, it was loaded with.
Was it?
Aye, oh Christ, aye. My pal put a match down in a thing in it, but he never grew any hair in his face. Blew he was lucky.
He was lucky.
Alec Andrew Stewart.
Bloody hell.
Dropped a match and he pushed out and it got all the hair off his face. So the laddies, when we were bairns, we didn't ken that. We didn't get petrol burnt like that. Hardly any else hardly our families had cars.
No.
We were working people, you can't even afford a car. You were rich if you had a car.
So these were all ex-army trucks and stuff?
Trucks, jeeps, trucks, ambulances, everything in the army. Yeah, army or any of the forces can. The Cout, that's what we called it.
You would have had some fun on that Calp over the years.
Yeah. As I tell you, a lot of silly things happened, but more damage to yourself than the army did. But it was just sheer bravado. Kids played about me. Good laughs. Because as I said, when we rebuilt the place, split up. We went different areas. Terrible.
Because where the Mitchell buildings is, that's just garages now, isn't it? A couple of garages there.
Well, which way is closer right up to King's Road was the buildings. Mitchell's buildings they were called. 3 to 15. Odd numbers.
And opposite was the power station.
Yeah, well,
or
power
the
station.
Swimming pool,
not power station. Rosemary Lane was in between. And there was a building in the very bottom of Rosemary Lane on the promenade.
Was it?
Aye. I remember because I used to deliver milk for Dumfriesshire. Couldn't have lost me in Portobello.
So behind the Mitchell buildings, was that where the Calp was then?
That was the Calp. As I said, when the war finished, the trucks were all parked there for months and months and months. Then we got to buy and that was a football pitch.
Oh right.
That's what we used to play football on it all the time.
So could you get straight onto that from your back green?
Oh, aye, just like just looking out that window, it was just like looking out the window. There was a back green, and a wall. The wall was about 6-7 feet high. And then the kid, we used to climb out it, get into it.
There'd be dozens of kids in there.
Oh, Christ, you had 30, a building, 9 houses, 1, 2, 3, 3 flats, 3, 3, 3, and 3 in the bottom. 12 houses, 3 to 15, 12 houses. I don't need me crowds, I don't need me gangs and that kind.
Yeah.
But like I say, this time in the morning you got up and you looked out the window, bloody. You never seen that, like we hear now. That you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
Look if you heard a broken bottle fall. A bomb drop. Never mind that again. Closer, people were closer then, closer to each other. You knew everybody. As I say, people aren't as sociable as they were then.
Well, they're not. They're all in their houses, aren't they? But your mum worked, didn't she?
And the laundry, Portobello laundry. Mr. and Mrs. Jones.
Oh, right.
The Joneses laundry. My Neil, my Sissy. My granddad worked in the power station. And the butchers. He worked in the back shop of the butchers. Willie Davis, the butcher.
Yeah.
There was a lot to be done then. It was fun. People were fun. Mind you, I wouldn't like to go back to the days.
Would you not?
For the community, yeah. But for what we had, well, I like to Barry for putting the wireless.
Oh,
I worked with, he recharged batteries for the wirelesses, you know, he used to recharge them for the battery thing.
this is the old accumulator.
Aye. Shh, don't get the right station. Oh, Jesus.
Dick Barton.
Dick Barton, special agent.
Yeah.
Aye.
Well, that was the only entertainment in the house, wasn't it? You wouldn't have a television.
Before
would you?
telly came in.
Yeah.
Well, we got the telly, the big glass box telly. Decca. Was it a Decca?
Yeah.
The life went on, it got better and better and better and better and bigger.
Yeah.
But we used to be on a sweet 9-inch screen. 9 inches across, that's how you measure your screen.
Yeah.
No for corner to corner, but well, no top to left to right.
No.
It was corner to corner. 9 inch, 12 inch, 15 inch. And if you were rich, you used to get 121 inch. You had a big one like that.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't that big.
No, God. No. Huge things too.
Oh.
Heavy. So you wouldn't go back that far, but would you go back to your Navy days?
Oh, I'd like to do my Navy days. That was my adventure. That was like Ken Sabu on his journeys. Ken, that was like my adventure. Was joining the Navy and seeing the world and getting paid for it. Best thing I ever done, actually, I think. I don't think I would have been doing a day if I'd stayed and never joined up. You used to have to do 2 years, but I think I was too young for that. I'd finished just by the time.
Oh,
You had to do 2 years service
Right.
with the forces.
So you must have done your 2 years, but you just stayed on. You signed up again, didn't you?
No, I signed up 7 years and 5 years reserve.
Right.
So I was on call if anything happened already. It was like you didn't have to train you because you came out all the experience of the boat was there.
Yeah.
As I say, it was the best time of my life, really. What, you brought me home this time?
Oh, you'd be popular coming home, wouldn't you?
I always brought stuff home for nearly everybody. When I think what I paid for some of the stuff I got, and I look in the shops and see what you're paying for it now, and I'll shake my head. But as I say, the pound went Tuesday night at the club at the pub on a Tuesday night, 4 pints, 25 pence. And that was my bus fare up and down.
Well, it would cost you now uptown. 4 pints would cost you probably about 16 quid.
Is that dear?
Uptown, you can pay four quid for a pint.
For a pint of beer?
For a pint of beer. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was a month's wages.
Aye, well there we are.
Just as well have some drinking.
Oh, it's an expensive
I
business.
didn't think it was as dear as that.
How much would a fish supper cost you back?
1 and 3.
6 quid now.
No, 1 and somethings. A tuppenny bag. I think it started off with a tuppence a bag. It was 9pence, 1 and a penny. Again, $1, you got $1 in your pocket. You got pictures and everything. Now you can't even get in the bus.
No, you can't. No, £1.50 for just one fare on a bus. But then you had your wee Vespa, didn't you?
A wee green Vespa, mint green.
That'd do about 100 miles to the gallon, would it not?
25, something like that. So 25 miles to the gallon. It's scooted along. A scooter.
Yeah.
Scooted along.
Mm.
But,
Did you wear a helmet?
the helmet, you had to. You weren't going to be on, the police stopped you and everything. You had to have a helmet on. Not at first. They brought the law in to get a helmet on your head.
Mm.
For your own safety, I can see its point. But it was bloody awful. Heavy thing to hook about in your head.
Yeah, absolutely. You never had a motorbike though, it was always a scooter.
I never got into a motorbike. I always wanted to get one. But my ma was strict about that. You'll do your selling, should say.
Well, they are quite dangerous.
Christ, you're flying along.
Yeah.
Get your head down. We've done that with a scooter, get your head down. 35 mile an hour. I always fancied getting a motorbike. My ma was dominating. She was a woman. And then obey your woman, you had to be. Obey. Obey, I'll be looking in your room. Didn't really need it. We had a big. In the days, you had plenty today. There was places you could go and everything. It's nothing like that now. Anywhere you want to go now, it costs you money.
It's true, that's very true.
Portobello in the summer was brilliant. As I said, we had the amusement park, the amusements, Helter Skelter and all that, and the shows. We got the shows, the amusement park, the beach, the ponies, hunters' ponies. They were all. There was always plenty to do.
Yeah.
And my days woke up like that, they would say, somebody's dead.
So too quiet.
Too quiet, aye. You count the place was alive because there's always something going on. Always. Of course, it's modernisation. You see, everything's done by computer, television. Christ, we used to, as I said, it was a happier go lucky time than it is now.
There were so many more kids about though, wasn't there? Families were a lot bigger.
Families were a lot, I wouldn't say they're a lot bigger than anywhere else than they are even now. I mean, some people have big families, some people have wee. But I think the pill cut all the families did, because when the women started getting the pill, they stopped them getting pregnant. That slowed down just as well, because they say the other countries were bad for families. They weren't much slower down here in this country. It was just that the pill curbed that a lot. Because
how many? Your mum had quite a few bairns, didn't she?
Robert, David, Ferry, Billy, Derek, Chrissy and John. 8 years.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy had 2. My auntie sister had 3. My auntie Nora had 5. I'm missing somebody. It's Sunday gathering. The families always seem to come on a Sunday to the grannies.
I don't know how you got everyone in.
Well, we don't know. Plan had big back gate and big back green.
Yeah.
Was that? You'd be surprised how things. You could get 13 people in here, no bother. It was a matter of coming and going, you know. We'd be doing, we're away now. We'd need to go. Somebody else would come down, Ken.
Yeah. What about Christmases? Was that all in Granny's?
Oh, Granny, aye, Christmases were great. Granda made the dumpling.
Oh.
He used to sit on a plate and sit in front of the fire, to harden the skin. Then he used to keep turning it till the dumplings were brilliant. Bum pudding. Big one. But we had the pudding pot. It was a big, and that's what made his soup and everything in. It was an ex-army cook, you see, my granddad. I learnt a lot from him cooking, because I liked granddad. I took us with my granddad when he passed away, literally speaking. Yeah. When I came out of the Navy. Good old days.
Good old days, but you wouldn't go back?
I wouldn't go back to change anything.
No.
Because there's nothing there. I can't say there was anything there. The only thing I would change was the war.
Yeah.
Other than that, you were learning each day. You were learning something else. That was life. Normal life is what you're doing. Even now, you still learn. Even I'm still learning things. The only thing it's missing is the harmony of people.
I'd agree with you. Yeah.
That's the only thing it's missing, the harmony of people. It's They all try to make themselves better than the next person. Well, we never had that trouble. That was the benefit. If you had a Hoover, you were well off. But I mean, that's life. That's what life's all about. Making the best of your own progress up the ladder.
Yeah, true.
My opinion of life, the bit worst invention was that came first. The telly. Wireless was good because you sat round and you're listening to this, all the shows that were used to be on serials. You used to listen to that. But then they brought the telly. And then they brought the computer. And that slowly, instead of being that broad, it's that. You want to, you just have to turn the telly on and pick up a phone. It's nobody had a phone when I was born.
Well, that's right, yeah.
You wanted a phone, you went to the phone box.
Yeah.
999, Polish help. I sometimes wish you could roll the days back and go out it again, like Ken.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this podcast with James. You can find more like it on our website www.livingmemory.org.uk, or if you have a story you'd like to share, why not pop in and see us at the Wee Museum of Memory, Ocean Terminal, Leith, or at the Centre, Livingston. Until the next time, take care.